activity on node is but one version of a network diagram. Why do we use a network diagram? Because it's got a whole bunch of disadvantages. The major disadvantage is that it has no timeline. It tends to be a relationship type diagram. But we use it because of that relationship. We use it because it gives us the opportunity to see in a glance the dependencies of each particular activity that you're going to undertake in a project. Why do we want to do that? Because those dependencies and the timing of those dependencies give us the critical path. So the easiest way to do this is if you're using a standard scheduling tool. Most people would use Gantt chart as the default method of presenting a schedule, but simply going to the view process and asking it to give you a network diagram will give it to you. And then what you will find is that the critical path, when it's highlighted, generally in a colour such as red, is much more obvious in a network diagram than it is, or the reason why it is the critical path is much more obvious in a network diagram than it tends to be in a Gantt chart, where it can get a bit confused because of the different relationships between different tasks. So as an outcome, a network diagram, activity on node, as I say, is one, activity on arrow is another, but at the end of the day, they're all used so that we can best identify those relationships, the interdependencies. Where have I used it? I like to take the network diagram, print it as large as I can, sort of 2 metres by 6 metres, stick it up on the wall of a project office, and allow the team leaders for each of the different activities, tasks and work packages to use different coloured pens to indicate percentage complete on that, so that as a motivator, and it works for some projects, it doesn't work for others, as people walk in the door, the first thing they see is this network diagram, and they can immediately see whether or not they're on schedule or on track to complete the tasks that they're intended to complete.